go, right in the kitchen.
Keep off the streets. Breaking the curfew is a direct violation of martial law. Civilians who disobey our orders waiver their right to a civilian tribunal.
Oh my God! Shit, it's 1,000. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Shit, you coming? Spin the check and get it right back.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Eazyy TV, bringing you guys another Division 2 video. Boy, oh boy, have I been cooking up a nice little sniper hybrid for the last couple days. This is a PvE slash PvP kind of build, as you guys seen earlier in the beginning clip. What I actually did to my brother. But I want to give this build out to the people who love to snipe, use marksman rifles, it is built around some of the new talents and the perfect talent, so we're going to name this build perfectly Nemesis. I don't want you guys getting any idea there's a perfect Nemesis out there. It's not, it's just a build name. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so of course I'm running the Nemesis. You guys are going to be like, man, like, what are you running? All right, what are you running? I'm gonna explain why I'm running some of the stuff that I am running and things that you can change differently about this build to your liking, or how to get more damage out of the build. Of course, with this kind of build, running composure on the knee pads, you have to have 11 red, so you have to sacrifice something. You will not be able to have real nice armor, real nice health, and skill power when you have to give up, you know, going to that many reds. So you know, pick and choose your poison. All right, so I'm going with the mask, the aces and eights mask with a 2-piece, because it gives you plus 10% on marksman rifle damage. You guys don't have to use that if you don't want to. You can use anything else. The mask that I would put in front of this is a mask that has concussion on it. I believe that's what the talent is, concussion. I think it gives you like headshot damage or something like that. So you guys can go with concussion if you guys don't have like an aces and eights mask, or you don't want to go into aces and eights. You can go with a concussion mask. This mask right here has 45% damage to elite, 2% crit chance, and there's the mod for that. Then the chest piece, I know you guys are going to be like, well, Eazyy, you got on the Overlord chest piece and you're not running rifle. Yeah, I'm not running rifle because this is the only chest piece that I had vigilance on, that I can have a weapon damage and headshot damage on without me losing a lot of stuff. The only two things I would really change about this chest piece right here, for me personally, I wanted a Gila chest piece that was like this, but what I would change about this is the 4% health. Instead of having 4% health, which is not really giving you that much health, I would go with more armor, total armor, or just armor in itself. Roll some more armor on there. And then I went with 23.5% headshot damage on here. It did have 10% critical hit chance, but I was like, okay, if I want more headshot damage and more damage out of the build, is it worth me going with 15% weapon damage to roll on, to have 8.5, like roll it off and put 15 and just leave crit damage on there? Or do I go with more headshot damage and leave the weapon damage? So me personally, I want more headshot damage, and I'm glad I want more headshot with more headshot damage, because the weapon damage and headshot damage go hand in hand. It's a very strong sniper rifle. As you guys seen in the thumbnail, that 4.3 million shot was a headshot critical hit number. And that was just, you know, me shooting one target, a named target. Sometimes, a lot of the times you get like headshot numbers, which is around like 3 million or so, but sometimes you can get those crits that give you over 4 million damage. And if you want to go with a crit type build, you will go with crit chance all the way around. So you will go with weapon damage, headshot damage, and crit chance. You could go all reds on the chest piece, like weapon damage, crit chance, and headshot damage. And then you could go with all reds on the backpack, which will give you weapon damage. I believe you can get crit chance. I'm not sure if you can get headshot damage on the backpack, but you can get crit chance on the holster, crit chance on the knee pads, I believe, crit chance on the gloves. So there's a lot of different ways you can get crit chance. I think you can use surgical as well. That gives you crit chance. So if you want to get more of a crit hit, go into more critical hit chance with this type of build. All right. Also, go for perfect vigilance. Okay. Perfect vigilance give you 30% weapon damage other than 25. So if you can get perfect vigilance, go ahead, you'll get another additional 5% on that one. All right. And there's all the mods for that. The holster, I went with this holster because I needed those reds. I basically needed those reds to get 11. I went over 14, but the main reason why I did that is because I want to run my aces and eights like I said before. If you don't want to run aces and eights, you don't have to run these type of holsters. You can go with a Gila holster that would give you, you can probably go with like health or something on it. Like, let's see, I believe I have a Gila holster in here. You can go with like a Gila holster like this that'll give you 2 offensive mod slots, and then go with one that'll give you like health and crit chance or something like that, like a red and a blue, if you can get that. All right. And like I said, this one has crit damage and crit chance on it. The highest crit chance I've seen on a holster is about 18% or something like that. So you can get more crit chance on here. And then there's the mods for that. And then the Gila backpack, it's got a blue, yellow, and red with 10% weapon damage on it, hardened. And then it has the mods right here. The gloves. Now I know you guys will be like, well, you using Soka Live. Well, these are the only gloves that I had that I can roll, that I can have crit chance on it just a little bit. And then it had perfectly wicked. Now I will say this, perfectly wicked, vigilance, and composure, I cannot roll on any other piece of gear. I'm not sure if you have to have newer gear to roll on, but none of those gear pieces actually showed up in my recalibration station for me to roll onto other gloves. Like, I have gloves that's better than these that I wanted, but I couldn't roll off perfectly wicked. I couldn't roll off composure, and I couldn't roll off vigilance. I don't know what's going on with that, but I couldn't roll it onto another piece of gear. So like I said, it's got LMG damage, which you really don't need. You will really want SMG damage because you have an SMG, has critical hit chance and marksman rifle damage, and perfectly wicked. If you can get some better gloves than this with perfectly wicked on it, that's fine. You don't need perfectly wicked. You can just go with wicked. This perfectly wicked talent is for extra damage, and I'm going to show you guys that when we get into the firing range. All right. And then the knee pads is Murakami knee pads. Once again, I wanted Gila knee pads that gave me 2 defensive mod slots instead of 1. And it had 12% total armor on it. But once again, I could not roll composure off of these knee pads to my Gila knee pads. And then there's the mod for that. Now, this is a true cover based shooter build. You need to be in cover to do most of your damage. Now, you don't have to be in cover for vigilance, which I recommend that you be in cover, because if you get shot with vigilance being on, you lose vigilance. You need to be in cover when you have composure. If you're not in cover when it comes to composure, then you lose out on more damage. And then wicked is there for backup damage, which is phenomenal. All right. So with that being said, built around perfectly wicked, I am using a chem launcher. I'm using the foam launcher for status effect. It comes back every 25 seconds. You could spec into skill power if you want to. Me personally, I just didn't do it. This is always a blueprint for you guys. You guys can make the build how you want to. I'm just putting out a build for you guys so you guys can have an idea on what you want to do. I do not recommend that you guys copy and paste. So once again, I have 1 bullet that gives me that's on cooldown for 25 seconds. And if you guys look at my perfectly wicked, I have that buff for 20 seconds. So I'll have 20% weapon damage for 20 seconds. And then my foam launcher is back every 25 seconds. So it's a 5-second cooldown for me to be able to consistently proc this damage over and over and over. So you don't need to have like really quick cooldown or something like that, because it only comes back. It lasts for 20 seconds and your chem launcher comes back in 25. Now, if you want to, you can match it to 20 and 20. So every time that buff is taken away, you can just get that buff right back immediately, and you don't have to wait 5 seconds. But 5 seconds is not a long time. All right. So that's what I'm using with the chem launcher. You can use any type of other status effect like confusion pulse. You can use fire. You can go with the survivalist, use the flame grenades, any type of other status effect to get that perfectly wicked to proc. All right. with that being said, also I am using the sharpshooter. I'm using the sharpshooter specialist for the extra headshot damage. So let's go into here and let's check out the damage, all the damage that I'm putting out. Hopefully we can get a crit headshot so we can see that 4.3 million. But yeah. All right, I need an explanation on this. What is invulnerable and invulnerable elite? What is that? Can somebody explain that to me? Because that's something new that they put in there and I don't know what that is. Are we just gonna go with the name boss? Are those two stronger than the name boss, or I'm not sure. All right, so we're gonna do basically with only vigilance, then vigilance and composure, then vigilance, composure, and wicked together. All right, so let's just go ahead and do vigilance. We're gonna do headshot body shots. So vigilance just by itself, standing up, full charge. You had 3 million headshot damage. That's a 3 million hit. We're gonna do another one to the head. All right, 3.1 million. And then let's go for the body. So you're looking at 1.4 million on a crit to the body, which is a one-shot steal to the body. Let's see what we have without a crit. All right, so we're at 1 million without a crit. So like I said, if you want to go into crit chance to get consistent crit numbers, you want to go with crit chance on the chest piece, on the knee pads, on the holster, on the gloves, and you want to mix it in with the headshot damage and the weapon damage. It might make you a little bit more squishy, but once again, you are just sitting behind cover sniping. To be honest, you're not like out here face tanking people or nothing like that. All right. So as you guys seen right there, even behind cover with this T821 from the body is at 23k base. It was actually hitting at like 43. So you get the composure and the vigilance with the SMG. That's 47 to the body, 64 on the crit. So you're doing a consistent 47 to the body from the damage to elites and the damage to armor. So it's not actually bad. Also with the SMG, or for the guys that want to use it with, let's say you want to use it with Eagle Bear. Let's take this away and let's put on the Eagle Bear. Even though it's not an assault rifle build, you can just still see the numbers. You had basically 38 to the body, 56 on the crits. So it's in basically 50k whites to the body once the armor is gone. So it's not bad at all. You can mix and match and do a lot of different stuff with this build. You can also try this. So I haven't did it. I just want to do it. That's almost a million crit hit right there. But let's go ahead and let's try this one out real quick. I want to do this because I never actually got to see what kind of damage I can do with this rifle, even though I don't have rifle gloves, in composure and vigilance together. All right. So that's basically a 2-shot headshot with that weapon right there. And that's not even spec'd into a lot of rifle damage or nothing like that. So back to the Nemesis we go. All right. So now let's go ahead and do composure and this together. So you're looking at 3.3 on a headshot. Let's do another headshot. Another 3.3, and then let's do a body shot. So to the body, 1.1 million. That's with vigilance and composure together. Y'all got to understand too, the Nemesis got nerfed. So people won't be like, oh, that damage is low. It's not really low because you're used to the damage that was in TU5. this one actually got nerfed. Like I would have, if this was TU5 Nemesis, I'll probably have like 700k damage on this, but they nerfed this damn thing to shit. All right, so another body shot, 1.1 million. As you guys see, we're not really getting crits like that. All right, so now let's do vigilance with vigilance, composer, and perfectly wicked together, which is the full max potential that you can get out of the build. All right, so let's go ahead and take these away real quick, get a fresh, because I use these as dummies over here. Let's go ahead and get a fresh one, fresh set, foam. All right, and once again, it did not activate. I've been having an issue with since the update that the riot foam is not actually activating the way that it's supposed to. It'll like hit the enemy, but it won't actually like, it won't actually do anything. It won't actually do anything. So let's try it again. See what I mean? So it was actually there's a bug with that. I don't know what's going on with it, but it was actually on the NPCs. It's actually on the NPCs, but it's not actually like going into the status effect like it's supposed to. So Massive, if you do see this video, anybody, please let's check into this, because we want these things to work like they supposed to. All right, there we go. Now that's what all three proc. 20 seconds. Looking at 3.6 million as a headshot. If we can get a crit. 3.7 million. 3.3 million. I want to try to go ahead and get a crit. Once again, there we go. The downtime is over. All right, wicked is activated. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, 3.9. 3.7. 3.6. I'm trying to go ahead and get a crit so you guys can see that 4 million damage. I'm gonna try it a couple more times. All right. That's 4.2 right there. So we had 4.2 on a headshot, and that wasn't even a crit. We're going to give it one more shot, and I'm going to actually do a body shot with it as well. Oh boy, that was bad. I like doing videos like this to explain into depth. People like run through builds real fast and don't really explain what's going on with the builds and how to get the max damage. But I just want to, you know, teach and break down to you guys exactly what you need to do and how the build actually works, the ways you can do different stuff with the builds and things like that. All right. All right, so let's try this again. Gotta activate it. Come on, give me a 4.3 million crit. Got a 4.2. That's a 3.7. 3.6. Let's do a body shot. And basically 1.2 on that one as well. Do it one more time and then that'll be it for the video. Y'all tell me what else y'all think need to be added to this build that I can make better that I already didn't explain. 3.9. 3.6. 3.6. Yeah, it's really hard to get a crit unless you build into some type of like crit build in a sense, but it's not really easy to get a crit if you have really low crit chance. All right, but that'll be it with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed what I put together. Hopefully this build guy helped you guys out with, you know, different builds that you guys can make or different ideas that you guys had, and hopefully it'll help your builds. Always leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button, notification button. It's your boy Eazyy TV, and I'm out.